Hello, everyone. Welcome to our weekend online career seminar. I'm Deepak Advani. I'm the president of Melange Academy of Real Estate. I'm a licensed real estate broker, mortgage banker, and a licensed real estate instructor. Um, I got my initial real estate license in the year 2000. So this year marks my 25th anniversary practicing real estate in the state of Florida. So today's presentation is about how to become a real estate agent in the state of Florida, and we will go over the necessary steps which are required for you to obtain a Florida real estate license. So you have to understand, in order for you to get your real estate license, you have to follow a sequence of steps. If you follow them in the right order, right manner, you are going to experience a very seamless licensing process, and you will also save a lot of time. So we will go over step by step during this presentation. And at the end of the presentation, you'll have my email address, you'll have my direct cell phone number. Feel free to contact me if you have any questions regarding the process, regarding the classes, or any other questions you may have. I'll be happy to answer those for you. Okay. Before you go ahead and start applying and taking the class, let's talk about what are the basic requirements of getting a license. There are three basic requirements that you have to meet before you move forward. One of the most important requirement is that you have to be at least 18 years of age. That's a minimum age requirement for you to apply for your license. The second requirement is that you have to have a high school diploma or higher or any equivalent in order for you to apply for the real estate license. The third requirement that you have is to have a valid social security number. Now, remember, US citizenship is not a requirement for this as long as you have a valid social security number and you are living in the United States legally, depending upon what your legal status is, if you have a green card or if you're any kind of a legal visa, and you have, as long as you have a valid social security number, you do qualify to make an application for the Florida real estate license. So if you have making determination, once you have determined that you have completed these, you meet these three basic requirements, then after that, the next step for you is to take the required pre-licensing course. Now, Florida state requires all applicants to complete a 63-hour pre-licensing course through a state-approved Florida real estate school or an education provider. This is where we come in, and you can visit our website. You can reach out to me directly for class schedules and class options. And during the course of this presentation, I'll give you more detailed information about that as well. You can take these classes in a different variety of formats. We have live in classroom classes, classroom live online through Zoom meetings like this, and also online self-paced. So really it depends on your schedules, your lifestyles, what are you comfortable with, and we have the option for you. So after completing the 63 hours of pre-licensing course, the next step for you is to pass the end of the course exam. It's a mandatory requirement. After completing the course, you will have a 3-hour exam. So the 63 hours are basically broken into 60 hours of classroom hours for the course and 3 hours for the end of the course exam. It typically consists of a multiple choice question, and it's a 100-question exam. So once you have completed the 63 hours of pre-licensing and you have cleared the end of the course exam, next step for you is to be applying for your background check. Now you can do that by submitting your fingerprints. It can be done electronically through a service provider, which is approved by the Florida Department of Law Enforcement. And you can call this number and use this link to schedule an appointment. And it's a pretty easy, simple process. So after the fingerprinting is submitted for your background check, now you have completed the pre-licensing course, you have passed the exam, you have submitted the fingerprints. Now you qualify to apply for your real estate license. You'll need to submit the application to the Florida Division of Real Estate, along with their required documentation and the fees. And the team at Melange will be happy to assist you with that process as well. Once you have applied for the license, then you have to pass the state exam. It's very crucial. So after your application is approved, you will get an email confirmation that your application is approved and you will need to schedule and pass the state licensing exam. Now, state licensing exam is a little bit difficult. It's a different pattern. Even though the contents are from the 63 hours of pre-licensing course, but still, when it comes to the pattern of the exam, it's a little bit different. And we have found that student needs that extra help, extra push. So what we have done is, in order for you to go and take that exam with much more confidence, and hopefully that you can find the first attempt, we have compiled a 2-day cram course. It's a state exam prep course, which is not mandatory. Remember, it's not a mandatory course. It's not required by the Florida Real Estate Commission for you to apply to take that class. But at the same time, this is something that has been very useful. It's a 2-day class that you can take after you have completed your pre-licensing course, you have completed your end of the course exam, and then you are ready to take the state exam. I would highly recommend that you attend one of these classes because those are definitely beneficial for you. It's a comprehensive study about the entire book, entire manual. There's a separate manual that we will provide you, which is going to be going over the main components which can be helpful for your Florida real estate state exam. So you did your application, you did your pre-licensing, and you passed your state exam. Congratulations. Okay. Now what? The next question is, what next? So during the course of your study, you will go through a most important requirement, which is that in the state of Florida, as a sales associate, you cannot practice real estate on your own. You need a supervising broker. You need a sponsoring broker. So your next step would be to find a sponsoring broker for yourself. We can help you with that as well, but that's a separate presentation we will talk about uh, through our in-house affiliated real estate company, Melange Real Estate. But in general, what I recommend to every student is during the process, don't make a quick decision. I would strongly recommend that you go ahead and interview at least three brokerages, because each broker offers different plans, different products, and different packages. What Keller Williams is offering you might not work for you, but what Melange is offering you is a perfect fit for you. So really, it's up to you for you to choose the broker who aligns with your career goals and values. If you want to practice residential, if you want to practice commercial, there are so many variables. But as we go in the course, we'll talk about that. So once you have identified that you're going to work with a particular brokerage, that sponsoring broker is going to activate your license. It's very important. When your state exam is cleared and you are issued a license, remember that license would be in an inactive status. You cannot legally practice real estate with an inactive status. In order for you to practice real estate, you have to have your license in an active status. So your sponsoring broker is going to make your license active under their umbrella with the Department of Business and Professional Regulation. It's a pretty quick process. It's online now. As long as you have an understanding with the broker and you have narrowed down all the terms and conditions with that office, they can do that instantly for you. So you have activated your license and you are ready to roll. You're ready to move forward with your real estate venture. Now, a very crucial part is it's a requirement by the Florida state that before the renewal, before your first renewal of your real estate license, there is a mandatory requirement for you to complete a 45 hours of post-licensing education. Remember, it's 45 hours of post-licensing. A lot of people confuse that or misunderstand that, and they get confused between the continuing education and the post-licensing education. So we are talking about 45 hours of post-licensing education. It has to be done only once in the first renewal cycle, before the first renewal cycle. I have seen many agents who forget to do that, and that is a biggest mistake that they can do. If you fail to take your 45-hour post-licensing education prior to your first renewal and you're willing and you go ahead and make the payment, guess what? Your license will become null and void, and that's it. There's no way around. So I highly recommend that in the first couple of months of getting your license, the information is very fresh in your head. So you go ahead and just take that and get it out of your way. It's going to be your responsibility to maintain that license. When it comes about maintaining the license, it's your responsibility to renew it every 2 years. So after your first renewal, the second renewal onwards, you are required to take a continuing education class, which is 14 hours for brokers and real estate sales associate at the same time. It's your responsibility to be in touch with all the latest developments and requirements and procedures that's going on with the Florida Department of Real Estate. Of course, your broker is responsible as well. So when you will be working with the brokerage, they will have their own guidelines about informing about changes going on in the industry and so forth. But at Melange, our the Melange was formed on a very basic philosophy, which was to offer a personalized boutique type of education experience to the students. We don't believe in having a classroom of 200 students and then and taking the 63-hour class or any other class. We believe in smaller classrooms, smaller groups, so our students can get more personalized attention, and it's just a different experience. When it comes to the courses, at this point, you need to worry about the 63-hour pre-licensing course, the 45-hour post-licensing course. But down the road, after 2 years of experience, if you decide to upgrade your license to a broker license, we also offer the broker's pre-licensing course and also the state exam preparation course that we talked about. Again, it's going to be a different formats, in classroom, live online via Zoom, or you can just choose to do your self-paced online study as well. Remember, even if you do a self-paced study online, instructor support is always available, no matter what. Again, remember, our mission is not just to help you get your real estate license or teach you the class. We want you to excel in your real estate career. We are here to help you launch a successful real estate career. And that's what we believe in. Um, Now, most important question people do ask, what is the cost involved in this? So I'm going to go over a brief description of what the basic cost is going to be. And then the pre-licensing course, the online self-paced model starts at about $299. This is the lowest priced option that you have. Again, if you plan to go with a live in classroom or live online, the cost is going to be a little different. And you can check our websites for different packages and different promotions, different coupons that are out there, and take advantage of that. The background check and fingerprinting is about $80. The application fee is about $40. The state exam fee is about $57. So roughly around $475, $476 is what you're looking at from start to finish getting your real estate license. So again, like I said initially, these are my numbers. You have my information, my email address, our websites, my direct number. Feel free to contact me. Feel free to reach out to me, call me, text me, email me, and I will be happy to assist you. I'll be happy to answer any questions you have. And remember, Melange Academy of Real Estate, we are in the business to make you successful in the real estate business. We are your partners in your success for real estate. Again, thank you for attending this webinar, and I will look forward to hearing from you.